Okay, minasan, konnichiwa, Zamurai Engineer desu. In this module number 7, which we're going to talk about occupancy classification, we are on the fourth submodule, which we need to discuss. Part 2, general requirements and occupancy. We have to start with the objective of the code, which states that life safety code addresses specific requirements to minimize danger to life from fire, smoke, heat, and toxic gases, and also provides mission continuity and property protection in both new construction and existing buildings. We are currently again on module 7, occupancy classification, wherein there are 5 subtopics, and in this particular module we are now going to the combination occupancy. Okay. What is a combination occupancy? In a multiple occupancy building, 3 or more types. Okay. Paragraph 1, subparagraph 1, paragraph 1, subsection 14, section 1, chapter 6, don't require the occupancies to be protected by a common scheme. Okay. Separated or mixed occupancy. It's not a requirement to be protected by a common scheme. Could be dealt with differently as one unit to another unit, occupancy to another occupancy type. Okay. So for example, we have here a floor plan, daycare, and we have classrooms, group of classroom, 4 on the left side, 3 classroom on the right side, 2 office in front, okay, and we have daycare, means of egress at the back. We have auditorium at the center. So we have a red line here, which means that we have what the vision wherein fire-rated material is used here in order to make the means of egress safer. And for example, we have an elevation view, a west wing, east wing, several businesses on different floors, and hotel on the east wing. Okay, we have an assembly on the ground floor and atrium. In this case, we can compare to the next, to the same elevation view. We have what red portion of the materials, which means we have what 1 hour fire rating. Okay, and the light green is smoke partition barrier. Okay, so we have the red one here and light green and red. So meaning we have what? One type of separated occupancy, okay? Another here and another here and here. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 areas here. Okay. When we are looking at elevation view, while here we have what? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, so you can have this present situation as problem. So let us take this as problem solving example. And the conditions are: number 1, the building is new. Number 2, building is protected by an approved automatic sprinkler system in the building based on 9.7.1.1 paragraph 1 and supervised as in 9.7.2. Now this take note is the chapter 4 NFPA101, which says about sprinkler system, automatic sprinkler system. It is installed. Okay, so number 3 condition: open space, which are the business classification, is considered incidental to the predominant space of educational. These are the classroom. So we have what? Office, classrooms or educational. Educational meaning up to 12th grade. Assembly, this is auditorium with occupancy load exceeding 300. So that is the threshold 300 and 1000. Okay, and daycare as permitted by. So business is an incidental occupancy because it is actually what? At school. That is a school. Educational with assembly and daycare. Okay. And the fourth one is space. So that is why we have 4 different areas. Daycare space satisfies required egress features by the 2 sets of doors that discharge directly outside. Okay, so doors from the daycare space to the corridor are convenience doors provided in excess of code requirement. So convenience door. Take a look back on this. So we have here the 1 and 2. From the daycare, there are 2 independent egress, okay? Means of egress. This daycare. Okay. So the required egress. So with 2 doors, as we counted out, 2 sets of doors. Okay. So from that daycare to corridor, convenience doors. So where's that? This one. Convenience doors. These are the egress, independent egress means. Convenience doors. Okay. Convenience doors, and we also have one. Means of egress here. So classroom. So this light blue color is a common means of egress. Okay, common means of egress. Okay. With that, daycare space is separated from the combined assembly and educational spaces by 1 hour fire resistance rated construction in compliance with table 6.1 and 14.4.1a, so as to meet the separated occupancies form of protection. Okay, so must be 1 hour. Okay, must be 1 hour. So where is that? So that is the red. That is the red portion. Okay, this is the red portion here. This is 1 hour. The red portion is 1 hour. Okay. That's why it is called what? Separated. How many areas? How many areas? 2. Daycare and the combination. This area is a combination. So this another one. So this is independent from this area. They are separated by 1 hour. Aerated material here, aerated barrier. Okay, that is what we meant by this problem. Okay. Table 6.1.14.4.1 A was used to establish the minimum 1 hour aerated separation as follows. This is the procedure. Number 1, the first column, row for assembly. Okay, this column row for assembly, that is what? More than 300 to less than 1,000. Move across the table to the column for daycare. Daycare, there are 2 types of daycare. Okay, so only the daycare type with what? More than 12 clients. Required fire rating is equal to 2 hours from that table, as we already explained on the previous module. Okay, and that is 2 hours. Number 2, the first column, okay, row for educational, okay, move across the table to the column for daycare greater than 12 clients, noting the required fire rating of 2 hours. Okay, row for educational, first column, row for assembly. Okay, so now we are doing it for educational, okay, 2 hours. So row for assembly, row for educational, 2 hours. Versus what? Daycare with more than 12 clients. And number 3, note the dagger symbol and see the footnote. Okay, the dagger symbol, if there is a dagger symbol, as we already explained from the previous module, will not allow the 1 hour less, 1 hour subtraction of the fire rating. Okay, the building is protected by an approved ASS. Okay, ASS, that is what? Convenient door. Okay, based on 9.7.1.1 and supervised as in 9.7.2. So the required fire rated values of 2 hours are reduced to 1. Okay. Aha. This is single dagger symbol. Okay. Single dagger symbol. Take note. The double dagger symbol do not allow the specified number of hours to be lessened by 1 hour, or it cannot be reduced. Okay. So, but the symbol there is what? Dagger, not the double dagger. So there are 2 types of footnotes there. Dagger and double dagger. Single dagger, so reduction by 1 hour is okay. Therefore, the assembly space landlocked at the center of the building, okay, assembly space here, shares its exit access with that of educational spaces. So educational spaces, this one. Huh? Educational spaces, this one and this one. Okay. Assembly space, this is assembly. Assembly, educational. educational, okay, is business, okay, business, educational, assembly, educational, okay, shares its exit access, okay, where are the exit access? Here and here. So this one and this one, they are sharing. Going out here, sharing. Going out here, going out here. They are sharing. Okay. And provision of 6.1.14.1.2 requires that portion of the multiple occupancy building that houses the assembly and educational space be protected as mixed type because they are intermingling. Okay. Okay. Mixed type. The occupancy requirement of Chapter 12 for new assembly are compared with that of Chapter 14 for new educational. So we have what? Chapter 12, new assembly. Chapter 14, new educational. In its comparison of requirement between the applicable chapter, the more stringent requirement is chosen as protection by mixed occupancies. Let us compare Chapter 12 by assembly and Chapter 14, new educational. Unless separate safeguards are approved. Okay, so let us continue. We did not get the actual values, but the more stringent requirement is chosen depending upon new assembly and new educational. And because of that, that is what here. Okay, since it can be reduced to what? Okay, because with automatic sprinkler system, that's why we are able to reduce. If we will use automatic sprinkler system (ASS), we can reduce it to 1 hour. Okay, but if there is no automatic sprinkler system, that is 2 hours. So this one, the red portion, 2 hours. That is what we mean by that. Okay, by step process of satisfying the provision. Okay. So mixed type. So you just have to what? For every mixed type, you have to compare the requirement of the different types of occupancy and use the more stringent. Okay, the more stringent. There are 3 occupancy type, the most stringent of the 3. So that is how we solve this type of problem. Okay, so we are able to solve this requirement, this requirement, which are what? Intermingled. Okay, so mixed type. Important thing is find out what is the requirement for the educational, find out what is the requirement for assembly, and find out what's the one. This one and this one are shared egress for business and educational. So also find out how to use this type of doors. Okay. So and use the most stringent requirement of those applicable chapters. And by that, again, this is Dr. DrEYPEI, teaching engineering for nation building.